with 2 recorded as present. 2/3 voting in the affirmative, the resolution is adopted, and a motion to reconsider is laid upon the table.
The votes are in, and Representative George Santos is out. The House has expelled the embattled Long Island Republican after a scathing ethics report detailed allegations of fraud and deception.
Santos was defiant until the end, calling the process theater for the media. This is only the 6th time in U.S. history that the House has voted to expel one of its members.
Let's bring in CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion. So, Nikole, the outcome of this vote was up in the air with several GOP leaders coming out in recent days against the resolution to expel Santos. So what happened in the end?
Yeah, that's right. Well, look, we knew from the beginning that this could potentially go either way. Republicans did have a conference meeting this morning. A number of members came out of that meeting saying that they felt that it would be really close, that momentum was building for Santos. You had all 4 top Republican leaders coming out against this expulsion resolution, from Speaker Mike Johnson all the way down to GOP Conference Chair Elise Stefanik. But ultimately, this was an overwhelming vote in favor of expelling George Santos. The final margins were 311 to 114, which is a remarkable difference from just the expulsion vote that we saw last month, where only 179 lawmakers voted in support of expulsion, which was not enough to clear that 2/3 majority threshold. This time, that bar was cleared with several votes to spare. Of course, George Santos leaving without much fanfare. He actually had his coat on in the chamber, walked straight out to his car, and has since left the Capitol grounds.
Well, House Speaker Mike Johnson was one of those GOP leaders who said that he would vote against the resolution to expel. What does this say about his influence over members? Does it say anything?
Well, I asked him what this expulsion vote means for the Republican majority, because it does narrow that margin even more for the speaker, who came into a very precarious job. He declined to comment about that. Instead, he made comments right here at our camera about funding for Israel. But that being said, I think it's important to note that members were told to vote in their conscience. Leadership was not whipping a vote. Democrats were not whipping a vote on this. So, that does give members the freedom to vote as they wish. What does it say for Speaker Johnson's leadership? Too soon to tell. I mean, many members, when Speaker Johnson came out as a no this morning, some members told me that they do feel that that should have carried some weight and would carry weight, but ultimately that did not. But, if members were free to vote the way they wanted to, the Speaker did give members that clearance as well. So I think it's hard to draw a conclusion just yet, since it's still very early in his tenure. But certainly on this one, members went against what he ultimately did.
All right. So now that this vote has taken place, Nikole, what can we expect to see happen next?
Well, what happens next is we wait to see who fills this seat for the 3rd Congressional District of New York. It is more or less now considered a vacant office. The House clerk will take over management of this office, although staffers who worked for the congressman can stay on. In fact, the congressman, or former congressman's chief of staff, spoke to reporters just briefly a short time ago, saying that Santos feels resolved and about the situation and was not expected to return to the Capitol today. But even if he did, there's really not that much he can do. I mean, once you're expelled, it takes effect immediately. A member has to vacate their office. Their things have to be moved out. Their nameplate gets taken down. One interesting thing is that expelled members do not have to surrender items, for instance, like their congressional pins. And also, expelled members are still privy to some benefits of Congress, are still considered former members to a certain extent. We know many former members sometimes return to the Capitol. They give tours. So those types of, benefits, if you will, unclear if that will be fully afforded to Congressman Santos. But in essence, they potentially could be. He also, again, could potentially run for office if he wanted to, although he has indicated that he has no plans to seek re-election.
All right, Nikole Killion on Capitol Hill for us. Nikole, thank you.
You bet.